As part of a recent double feature from Vinegar Syndrome, where we had Hard Rock Zombies, which was a bit crazy, we now have Slaughterhouse Rock, a movie that I had seen before and one that I kind of liked. You know, it was one of those ones that didn't jump out at me as being something I would rush back to check out again, but I enjoyed it when I saw it on the Slasher Classics series. And Slaughterhouse Rock is all about a character who is plagued by these nightmares and visions. We get to meet our group of characters, or we could call them victims, whatever you feel more comfortable with, at the start of this movie. And we get to see them really struggling with the fact that this guy is having these horrible nightmares, living daydreams and terrors that are dragging him towards Alcatraz for some reason. It's a movie of basically two halves, where the first half we're all set within the current world as he's dealing with these nightmares and trauma, and we get to see some wonderful sequences of his roommates walking in on him and realising that he's levitating 3 feet above the bed. And one of the most funny things is just like their almost ambivalent reaction to it, where they're just like, huh, that's a bit weird. Where you're just like, wow, cool, so this is the kind of feeling we're going for. But it's got some wonderful special effects as well in these moments, some real interesting moments that jump out as pretty scary, especially when he's sitting in the bar and the wall behind him is kind of crawling with some mystical figure pushing through. It's an effect we've seen done before, but it's done competently here, and it really adds to the atmosphere. The movie takes a kind of step up when we get to Alcatraz. Now, we go there for a specific reason, but the character doesn't know what it is. There has been a rock band that has died there, one that he is familiar with, and when the group of people get there, we discover a kind of campy ghost figure of someone who worked for the band, who tells the story that they have unleashed a demon, and we get a kind of throwback into why this demon came into existence.
All those souls are the source of his power, and the only way to destroy him is to set us all free.
And from then on, it becomes kind of funny as one of the group turns into a possessed demon figure, determined on killing everyone else. It's a kind of competently made movie. It's well done, the special effects are pretty great, the story is there and pretty coherent. It actually has a good bit of mystery leading you to Alcatraz to wonder why this character has been drawn there in the first place. But it just becomes almost pedestrian in the latter half, as we see people being killed off, as we get the inclusion of lots of dead friends coming back as ghostly figures to talk to our lead character, to try and encourage him to fight back and hopefully win out the day. And it's one of those movies where, although it never stands out, although it never is one of those ones that you would reach for first, it's a movie that I genuinely have a little bit of fun watching, and I do enjoy it, but it just doesn't stand out above the crowd, which is about the worst thing I can say for it. Like I said, the special effects are absolutely terrific. I love them. There is some laugh out loud moments. There is a little bit of tonal inconsistencies, particularly with the ghostly characters who come in almost as comedic relief at certain points to highlight our main character's failings and that it's his fault that they're dead. Have a little joke.
Cut my soul shame.
And then disappear, only to return later on for some other quips and fun type moments. I like Slaughterhouse Rock. That's about as far as I can get. It's a solid 2.5, 3 out of 5 kind of movie. You know, it's one that you may enjoy while watching, but ultimately not something you would rush back to straight away. I would love to know your thoughts on Slaughterhouse Rock, whether you like it, hate it, whatever you think about the film. As always, there's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. If you want to hit that like button, it'll stop me from levitating 3 feet above my bed, ultimately falling and give myself a bad back, which I really could do without. And of course, you can join me in the membership program or Patreon if you really want to support this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.